situation involving Cam Newton, Stephen A. Smith has just turned for the worse. I just have to be honest. It's going down a terrible, 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 terrible spiral. These two gentlemen still have to work together on ESPN. Now, I'm not saying everybody's not entitled to their opinion because they definitely is, but I have to agree with Cam Newton during this debate. See, Cam Newton stated something on his podcast that really rubbed Stephen A. Smith the wrong way. Cam Newton stated there is no loyalty in the content game. There is no loyalty at all in this content game. He didn't say media. He didn't say news. He said content game. Me being the content creator, reaching over 80 million views, over 100,000 subscribers across two platforms combined, I can definitely say, bro, friends turn to foes in the content game. I just got to be honest, man, because when it comes to these content creators, a lot of these guys ain't your homeboys. A lot of these guys will copy your titles, copy your thumbnails, and do everything they got to do to be you. Now, at first, me coming from the business world, being an entrepreneur, having a business, that is very frowned upon. But in this content game, people like it. They like the drama of it. Oh, you just copied him. Or they going to send that to that creator, DM that. So the drama is being fueled by the audience, bro. So Stephen A. Smith coming from ESPN, he probably can't relate because it ain't the same. Yes, it's media, but it's not the same type of media. It ain't like being on TV, being powered by ESPN. You literally got to get it out the mud over here on YouTube, bro. So I got to agree with Cam Newton. Now, Ryan Clark chimed in on this whole thing, kind of went at the homeboy. He definitely did. I think Ryan Clark should have just stayed out of it. But for whatever reason, he made it his business to go at Cam Newton. Now, this whole thing took a turn for the worse. Let's listen to what Stephen A. Smith said.
It's 4th and 1. It's his platform. He owns and operates it. You want to get clicks, you want to get numbers, you want to build your cachet, your popularity, which is what you're in this business for, and that's what you want to do. That's your business. I ain't sweating it. Ryan Clark had a problem with it. I told Ryan Clark. I spoke to him about it. I didn't. That wasn't my issue with Cam Newton at all. So let me get that out the way first. But in the same breath that I say that, it doesn't diminish my level of appreciation for Ryan Clark speaking up on my behalf the way that he did. Love you, bro. With all my heart. You know how I feel about you. And I appreciate you. Cam Newton said something. And what I'm going to say to Cam Newton respectfully, school's in session, bro. I need you to listen. Because you said something that should alarm everybody. This ain't the loyalty business. Who told you that?
He right. YouTube told him.
Respectfully, sir, speak for yourself. Now, let me be very, very clear to everybody. Cam is my man. Very proud of the job he's done on First Take.
Bro.
Very proud of his contribution to the...
Bro, what Stephen A. Smith is not realizing is content and media is not the same thing. Media is one thing. Content is its own separate thing. Trust me, I know. There is no loyalty amongst thieves. Telling you, bro, and it's a whole lot of stealing in this content game. He's absolutely right.
The show, you understand? I want him back, the whole bit. This ain't that kind of party. Cam and I have spoken. I am not saying anything to y'all, and I'm not about to say anything to y'all that I haven't already told Cam. Okay? So let's be very, very clear about that as it pertains to the Whitlock interview. What I will say to you, however, is that I didn't see the earlier show or the latest show, whatever it was, when he was talking about this ain't the loyalty business. Fuck, it ain't. And here's what I mean by that. Cam Newton, you might say controversial things. You might get yourself in trouble. I'm not going to contribute to that trouble, bro. You end up in the police blotters is a story that can't be avoided. I got it. Something along those lines, I feel you. But what I'm not going to do is that. I'm not going to contribute to it. I'm not going to have somebody come on my platform, which, by the way, you're talking about the business we're in. You own your platform. I own this platform. I'll say what I want to say on this platform. I won't say what I don't want to say on this platform. I'll air on this platform what I want. I won't air what I don't want to air on this platform. I own it. You own it. So because you own it, what do you mean? It's not the loyalty business. Cam Newton, without mentioning any names.
Cam Newton is saying, granted, you own the microphone you're talking on, you own your show, but you do not own the platform the videos is coming on that has to keep you relevant. That's what he means. This is not the loyalty business. Being in the media, the content game, you have to stay relevant. You have to, or you will not survive. It's just that simple. Just that simple, dog. It's not rocket science.
There are some cats doing podcasts and stuff like that. Personally, I don't even fuck with. I don't vibe with them like that. They've been accused of a lot of shit. I never said a word. I didn't pounce. If I pounced on the air, it would have went viral. I never said a word because I ain't want to do that to them. And they ain't even my friends. When you speak, you should speak the truth. But every truth ain't meant to be heard. There are an abundance of things that we could bring up all day, every day about Cam. You, Cam. And it wouldn't be the best look. Dare I say, it would turn networks off. I don't revisit that. You my man. Period. Not doing that. Don't need to do that. Can get numbers without that. Gonna have success without that. Still gonna get a check without that. Don't need to do it. You come out your mouth with stuff recently. Unapologetically. When you've talked what you've talked about. As it pertains to women, for example. Didn't say a word. Because I'm not doing that to you. For the record, in Cam's defense, to anybody out there who thinks otherwise, Cam Newton did not bring Jason Whitlock on his podcast, his show, his YouTube show, to talk shit about me. Cam brought him on to talk about Cam and Jason Whitlock.
Exactly.
And then after that portion of the conversation was done and the show was coming to an end, you have Jason Whitlock there. You know his history with me or the history he wants to lie about or whatever. And you asked him. It's no problem. I'll tell all of y'all out there what I told Cam. And by the way, this goes for his boy Peggy too, who owes me nothing. And I don't think Cam owes me anything either. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to ask about me, then ask. And grill him with questions. I didn't do this when I got a scholarship at Winston-Salem State. That happened 38 years ago. How would you know? I'm lying about my life story. How would you know? I didn't see anybody get shot and killed when I was growing up in Hollis, Queens in the 70s and 80s. How would you know? Is it too much to sit up there and say to somebody, yo, man, you can't just be coming on talking like that. Where's your facts? How do you know? That was my only issue with Cam. Nothing else. If you're going to let somebody talk shit about me, ask them. If they're going to talk shit about me, ask them. Grill them. Don't just sit there and let them talk shit. There is nobody that could come, and this is where Ryan Clark and I are aligned. There is no one that could come on this show and talk shit about any of y'all. Hold up. I'm a grill ass. And if you don't have any facts or whatever,
Now, I do got to agree with him on there. Cam should have went a little harder for Stephen A. Smith. I got to agree with, I like both of them, y'all. I'm unbiased. But Stephen A. Smith he got a point here.
It ain't going on the air. Or if it's going on the air, it's going to go on the air with me checking you for just bloating off at the mouth without having your facts straight.
Right.
Period. I'm a fraud. I'm this. I'm that. Did you compare resumes? All you got to do is Google me. You're on a show that's been number one going on 14 years. He been canceled. Couldn't bring that up. Never occurred to you that there's just jealousy all over the place. Because that's how much he's getting smoked in this industry. He bringing up stuff from 30, 40, 50 years ago, 40 years ago rather.